welcome this evening to Rita Aleluia, who is joining us from Portugal and is one of our presenters at the NLP International Conference in May. So welcome this evening, Rita. It's lovely to see you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for holding this space and this opportunity to bring this topic, and especially in this week that we are now, that is the mental health, Children Mental Health Week, and has everything to do with generative parenting and NLP. It's very interesting. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I mean, thank you for introducing your topic. So tell us a little bit more about you and your topic at the conference, which is NLP and Generative Parenting.
Okay, so I am Rita Aleluia. I was born in Portugal, but I believe I'm a citizen of the world. I love to live in different places, different countries, to observe the culture and expand the map. It's very important. I love to travel a lot to experience another maps and other cultures. And I'm the mother of two gurus, two daughters, very, very special ones. And I was journalist for 16 years, and I was very, well, how do I say? It was an illusion that I was living, that I was very expert in communication till I became a mother. Yeah, so very, very beautiful. So at the age of 3, my first daughter just teach me that I didn't know so much about communication. And I was really, really stuck in that point. And I just look at the mirror and I ask myself, okay, so who is your daughter? Who is you? And where are your communication skills? Because it doesn't work. You are not connected with her. You want to fix her. So there is something here that wants to be seen. So I decided to give up from the journalism because I will not save the world at all with the journalism. And I was looking for something very, very deep in communication, and I found NLP. And when I found NLP, it was very, very, very beautiful because I was just jumping inside myself. And it was the first time that I see myself as I am, from my essence. And that's why I was totally in love since the first minute. I understood that distance between me and my daughter was just the distance between me and myself. I discovered a lot of things, like my values, my beliefs, and I discovered that my beliefs, actually, most of them were not mine, was just heritage from my ancestors. And it was very useful during a period, but not anymore. So it was time to deconstruct that Rita that I've known for so many years, all my life, and just allow to bring that essence to the world. It's a very, very challenging work to do, but it's really, really needs to be done. And I think I did a lot of them during my practitioner. And it was when I've discovered that there was nothing very, very efficient about parenting with NLP. There was a lot of things about education, but the way I see education, it's different. So I believe that we can educate, raise a child after we raise ourselves. And so I start to looking for other things, and it was the beginning actually of NLP parenting. And years later, I've done my certification in generative coaching with Robert Dilts and Stephen Gilligan, and all that wisdom and knowledge and practice. It was just amazing. It was like an upgrade on NLP parenting. So I joined, and it becomes NLP and generative parenting, because all the generative work is inside this And this is my path inside NLP. I'm also an author. I'm an NLP master trainer. Well, that's part of this story.
Beautiful. And your daughter who was 3 when you discovered this, she's now 14, did you say?
Almost 14, yes. So it is 10 years of my life, totally devoted to NLP and to put it on the muscles, because I believe you need to do it first. You need to practice a lot. You need to become NLP, live it in your cells, in your body, and after that, you can try to teach something to another person, but it's always by your example, otherwise it doesn't work.
Yeah, absolutely. So as we said, your session at the conference is about NLP and generative parenting.
Yes.
So what will delegates take away from your session at the conference?
So in generative parenting, what I've discovered since along these years, is there are about 10 habits or 10 generative practice, that are very, very common in generative families. And generative families are families that they are living their own essence. So each person on the family system, can be the person that comes here to be. So the parents just don't live by expectations. They just accept the children they have, and they raise the children they have in front of them, and not the children that one day they just had an illusion that should be, or the society is expecting, So it's very beautiful. It's a very spirit. I don't talk about religion. This is something very, very in a very high level. And we see that the behaviors that the children present, we know by the presuppositions of NLP that we are not our behaviors. So we go with a lot of curiosity and creativity, investigating what is there, what is the need, what is the emotion. And in generative parenting, we work a lot with the body. So it's very somatic. And I believe in this session that all the audience, everyone can experience, maybe for the first time, some emotions, some feelings on the body through the movement. And I intend to bring a lot of movement to this section, even being online. I don't know how, but I'm very curious to find out what is possible.
So everybody needs to have a bit of space around them for your session.
So we'll discover which is this 10 practice, and how can we bring them and put it on the muscles, put it on our lives, in our families, and also all over the family, so the community. And I know this works because my students from the NLP practitioner in generative parenting, they are doing this, and they did it first with themselves, and now, and most of them are on the front lines. They work the health system, and others are teachers, educators, and all of them are parents. So they are touching people, and this is working. And you don't have to say, oh, this is generative parenting. No, you just practice on yourself. And you are the example. You are the example of alignment. And in this section, I really want people to experience the alignment between the somatic mind, between our heart, and we know that is the most biomagnetic generator in our body, that it is connected to the electromagnetic field of the heart, So we are all connected. And also with our cognitive mind, it is important, but we cannot live all the time here.
Yeah.
And then we try to fix our problems here. Of course, it doesn't work. So we need to bring this alignment, and we can do it with our body, our movement, and it's just amazing.
It sounds beautiful, and I love the idea of just accepting our children as they are. It sounds like there's so much less pressure in that system, because nobody has to live to any expectations. That's just beautiful, just beautiful. Thank you. So
yes,
how are you?
It is really, really challenging.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I was saying that is really challenging because it awakes our ego, you know, because they come from us, but they are not ours.
Mm.
And we tend to pretend or believe that's mine. No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's not. It's another human being.
Mm.
Of course, biologically, it's yours, but it's a soul, a free spirit, and we need to accept that.
Mm.
And we need to live our own identity and our own divinity in order we can free our kids.
Yeah.
And they can be the person, the identity, the divinity they come here to be.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's beautiful. So how are you planning to add value in the virtual environment? Because I mean, you've presented at the conference before, and I know your sessions have been very popular. And of course, with the virtual conference this year, it's all a bit different, and we're all curious to see, you know, what's different. So how will delegates still benefit from coming to your session?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm very curious to discover how it will be, because it will be my first conference online. I still have some challenges with the online because this is a very somatic work, and I really love to work with people, eyes on the eyes. I love to touch people, hug. I'm a hugger, and it's very challenging. But I'm doing the things step by step. I'm experienced with my husband is helping me. So some things I know it works. Some I'm discovering how it will be. I don't know. I'm very curious to find out. Yeah.
Luckily, we've got various. We're running various test sessions between now and May, so it's going to be fun for all of us, and we're giving ourselves plenty of opportunity to see how it's all going to pan out, so the delegates get the best experience possible.
Part of that experience, Rita, if you would like to join us in the late April for some test presentations where you can talk, read the test, become familiar with it. We're giving the opportunity for delegates who have paid to come along to those sessions as well, so you'll have a live audience. But we learn about what we're doing with the technology, and we learn how to interact as best we can.
Okay, thank you.
Plenty of time to play.
Well, let's see, because we have kids at home, online classes. We are all doing our best. So if there is something that I can say to the families at this moment is please, please take care of yourself very, very, very deeply. Don't put too much pressure. There is enough pressure on the field. And please just don't put a lot of pressure on your kids. Okay. They need to remember these times in a very positive way. So it's very interesting to ask yourself now, how do I want my children to remember these days and to remember our family? And what can we just took from this chaos, this mess there is all over the world? How can this bring us together to promote connection? because it's not about perfection, it's about connection. So for the first time, families are knowing themselves. And when we know ourselves, we know we are light, but we know also there is shadows. So where is light is shadow, and we need to acknowledge that everything and just hold, to integrate and transcend. And this is a very, very beautiful moment, a very beautiful opportunity to transcend and to become something new, totally new. Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely. And I'm sure there will be many butterflies emerging at the end of this interesting chaos we've all been experiencing, and complete metamorphosis for so many people, I'm sure. So, I mean, you've been to the conference.
And this is life happening.
Yeah, exactly. It's interesting times, isn't it? Every cloud has a silver lining, as we say.
Yeah. But life is this. Life is unpredictable. But that's a very interesting exercise we can do in a spiritual way, and to investigate our beliefs, what is really important for us, where we put our focus, our attention, where is our compassion, humanity, empathy, where is everything? Yeah,
absolutely. So you've been to the conference before, and we've loved your company there. So what does the NLP International Conference mean to you?
Well, it comes a matter. You know, to raise a child, you need a village. So this conference, it is the NLP conference. And this is very serious to me, because it is the real village that I want to see in the world. It is a place that is secure, that is very, very professional in a very high level. And there is a lot of knowledge and wisdom. And the people are very, because you can have in a session people from all over the world, and with a different, very, very different backgrounds. And these just expand all maps. And it's very beautiful to see people that look at you, for example, with generative parenting. And when I say, okay, this can be the dynamic child parents can be the most generative and spiritual relationship of your life. And they look at me and say, what? Okay, so why don't you join me? And then after the session, we can talk, we can discuss. During the session, we can discuss. Okay, and they went there, and it's so beautiful because people want to learn. They are in this place of knowledge and wisdom to learn, to share, and it's very, very beautiful.
Thank you. Cash, do we have?
We all learn so much.
We don't have any questions. We have some live viewers, which is good. I just wanted to ask you, Rita, since you won the NLP award for education 2 years ago, isn't that 2019?
Last time we had them, yes.
And that was a very popular award. There are many people who were very deserving, and you were nominated by our charity as the leading person for NLP and education. And I think that what it sounds like is that your generative parenting comes from that education piece, comes from the, and it's nice to have that recognition for your work in education as well as what you're doing now.
So I'm working with communities, okay? I'm working with the parents, I'm working with schools, and it's very beautiful because we are talking about education. And sometimes people they ask me, so Rita, this NLP training, it's not for me, right? Because I'm not a parent. No, it is for you, because we are part of a family. You have a mother, you have a father, And we all heritage so much luggage, emotional luggage that needs to be seen. And it is about all of us. It is about human rights, because we all deserve to be the person we come here to be.
Yeah.
And we are not. We are not, because we have so much pain in our past life that we bring all that pain with all that walls to protect ourselves. And we play a role. We are not being our own essence. So it's very beautiful to bring this work, that it starts like educational work, to all fields. And in this moment, it's just, I do this for companies, I do this in schools, I do this in the health system, and it works. And it's just so, well, deep. Yeah, it's a shift on the traditional paradigm. When I say people, you don't need hierarchy. Look at the world today. What you are seeing in the world today, it is the reflection of unconscious parenting. So we really need to shift this way of parenting and bring new ideas and new ways. And generative, the meaning is absolutely create something that is new and never existed before. So for sure, the result will be something new and aligned with your essence, your spirit, and everything.
Definitely. So thank you, Rita, for sharing time and space and sharing something about your presentation. You'll be able to see Rita at the conference in May. Rita's presentation is on Sunday the 16th at 10 a.m. That's BST. So it'll be 11 for you, I believe, Rita, in Portugal. So please do join us at the conference. It sounds like, I mean, there's so many sessions, and even if you don't get to see Rita's session at the time, her presentation will be available for 6 months afterwards. So it's lovely for us as organisers. We'll get the opportunity to be able to see your presentation, because that's something that is very important to me, your topic, especially as grandparents. So thank you, Rita.
Yeah, I'm very excited, because for the first time, I also can see after, I can watch the same other colleagues that I'm so interested, and sometimes I cannot. So this time, for the first time, I have this opportunity to. Thank you so much, and congratulations. You are doing a wonderful job. Thank you so much for bringing this for the NLP field. We really need this awareness in this field. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Rita. And we are here because of people like you that are doing such an amazing job out there in the real world. And so, you know, we stand on alongside you and with you in the work that you're doing. So thank you, Rita. We look forward to seeing you in May.
Thank you.
We don't get to talk to you beforehand. Thank you, Rita. Take care.
Yeah. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.